She just won't go away. Almost a year and a half since losing the election, Hillary Clinton is still complaining. During a speech at Rutgers University yesterday, the failed Democratic nominee continued to gripe about getting trounced by Trump.
The election was pretty traumatic because of what had been expected to happen in the election, which obviously did not. Then a lot of angst and second-guessing and finger-pointing.
Clinton also hit back at critics who told her to shut up by crying sexism.
I was really struck by how people said that to me, you know, mostly people in the press, for whatever reason, like, oh, you know, go away, go away. They never said that to any man who was not elected. Al Gore didn't stop talking about climate change. And for heaven's sakes, Mitt Romney is running for the Senate. I am really committed to speaking out and doing what I can to have a voice in the debate about where our country's going.
Kimberly, I notice you're sighing deeply over there.
I was trying to do some meditation, some inhale, exhale thing. It didn't work because I don't know what it is. I just find her very aggravating because nobody likes a sore loser. Man or woman, doesn't matter. I'm just talking about a candidate. You ran. You did, I guess, what you thought was your best. You came up short. But nevertheless, now she's actually having to push back against her own party, who's frustrated by her rhetoric and by the things that she said that have had to, like, disavow and step away from her as well. So, but I'm not saying that she should just go away and never, like, talk again. Let her do whatever she wants. But I don't know necessarily that it's, one, helping her case, and two, for sure, isn't helping the Democratic Party. She,
like you said, points out that it's not just people in the press that are saying, shut up, it's Democrats.
Right. It's not just like it's not just here at Fox News where you want to like lead with it all the time because definitely people are going to pay attention. But it was Claire McCaskill, who is a Democrat from Missouri. She's a senator, two-term senator. She's running for another term in a very tough race. Missouri, President Trump won it by double digits. And so she knows that she's got to figure out a way to appeal to voters that Hillary Clinton called deplorable. Right. And it was just a couple of weeks ago that Hillary Clinton reminded everybody about the deplorable comment and basically doubled down on it. And she mentions Al Gore, for example. If anyone had a reason to be a sore loser, it would be Al Gore. Yeah. And he did stay in the public eye, but not about the recount. He chose an issue, and it was climate change, and we made fun of him mercilessly for it, but he wasn't basically trying to relitigate the 2000 election. It was very gracious, and he moved on, and that actually helped the country to be able to move on and to unite after 9/11.
And from what I remember, it seemed to me he took almost a year, maybe a year and a half off before reemerging with the beard and talking about the climate and talking about the Iraq war. So he did lay low, unlike Mrs. Clinton, Greg.
Yeah, none of her examples hold water. Mitt actually did go away, and Al Gore's pet cause was not himself. Her pet cause right now is herself, and if you look at John McCain, he went back to work as well. I disagree, though, strongly with Kimberly. I think that Hillary is an American hero. I love her. She is like the political version of Jason from Friday the 13th. Yeah. She is so... She just keeps coming back. If only she had this kind of resiliency and energy during the actual campaign, she would be president. But Juan nailed me on this, and he's right. I don't want her to go away. I want her to keep coming because the more she's around, the worse it looks for the Democrats.
Care to respond, Juan?
I think that's what's going on here today.
Oh, it is.
I think you guys are having quite a party.
But at least we're not having a pity party like she is.
Well, no, but it's not. You know what it is it's like you're trying to beat, the so-called dead horse. In this case,
are you calling her a dead
horse? Because guess what? You know what? I hate to break it to you, but she didn't win. She's not the president. Yeah, she's not. So she's out there. And it's a traumatic experience, not only for Hillary Clinton, but for the entire country. But I think you guys love her as the boogeyman. And if it's not Hillary Clinton,
person.
She was asked a very interesting question, which, by the way, did you notice she only took like $25,000 for the speech? She got paid less than Snooki did to go to Rutgers.
Oh, that hurts.
But, she was asked a very interesting question about what she would do about powerful forces that are affecting the Republican Party. And she said, you know, the Republican Party is coming undone right now because if you don't run to the far right, you can't be a moderate or you will be vilified.
The only thing I would say to that, it's hard to come undone when you have the House, the Senate, and the White House, and a majority of the state legislators.
No, it isn't. When you see the number,
the sky's necessarily falling, Juan.
I was
Winning
writing
isn't
today
coming undone.
about the high number. I think it's 23 Republicans in Congress are retiring, getting out. And it's the highest number since 1973. And what happened in 73, Jesse? Watergate, Richard Nixon.
Okay.
So a lot of people are pushing away from the heart of the Republican Party.
A lot of people are
Maybe
pushing
it's
for
Watergate for the Democrats, because we've now had an inspector general and a federal prosecutor begin looking into the FISA abuses. But that's another story for another time. Let's
sure we'll
also
get back
listen
to
to Hillary, right, on Monday. Let's also listen to Hillary talk about the world under President Trump.
Right now, I'm more worried about whether our Constitution is going to be honored, whether we will see the rule of law protected, whether we will have the predictability and stability that we need in foreign affairs. You know, as a former Secretary of State, I am deeply worried about the loss of leadership and leverage that the United States is currently experiencing.
It's funny to hear Hillary talk about respecting the rule of law.
Right?
Isn't it, Hillary? Isn't
I
it?
mean, my
I just called you Hillary. Sorry,
Now you're
Kimberly.
freaking me out.
Sorry, Kimberly. Crooked Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Lock her up.
Yeah,
Lock her up.
You'd
I
love
won't
that
mind.
one.
I won't mind. I'll find a way to escape. So I love this because she's like, I'm concerned about the Constitution. So am I. And the people that are trying to tear down the Second Amendment, doing gun grabs in this country, not even looking at the full picture and spectrum of what we need to in terms of making schools and other places that are soft targets safe for our children, et cetera, whether it's a movie theater, whether it's Paris, the Bataclan, et cetera. So besides that, and also she's concerned about the rule of law. So am I. Why is there this lawlessness going on in California, sanctuary cities, total disregard for federal law, but yet they still want the money, but they're not in compliance because they want to make their own laws instead of following those that are on the book. So it's interesting because President Trump is the one that's actually showing that he is looking out for the Constitution to support it and is making sure that federal law is enforced. And as it relates to foreign policy, so sorry, Hillary, we're way better off than when you and President Obama were in charge, because now we don't have feckless foreign policy. We have effective foreign policy. Take a look at Russia. Take a look at North Korea. Things are getting cleaned up, and no thanks to the mess y'all made.
Wow. Right?
I agree with the lady over there. But Kimberly brings up a very good point about the Second Amendment. And if President Trump said that he was concerned about how does a party in power get its voters juiced up to get off the sofa, he may not have to, as long as the left and the media and John Paul Jones hand a legitimate lifeline, and Juan mentioned this before, this legitimate lifeline being, we're taking away your guns. I don't think Donald Trump has to work too hard to get people off the sofa, because that is the issue, I think, for Republicans that could get people like, you're not taking away my guns.
Yep.
The other thing, though, is when you listen to her talk about, the accusation of sexism, it is time for a heroic Democrat to rise from the ashes and lead some kind of identity reformation in which disparities are looked at logically and not emotionally. And their party offers a healthy perspective and not a divisive one. And I think I really do think that that's going to happen in 2020, that they're going to abandon this. And there's going to be somebody there that gets it. I kind of know who it is, but I'm not going to say
you know,
it.
this is interesting on the guns thing that you were talking about, because here you have a situation where the former Supreme Court Justice Stevens says, you know, I think that you should repeal the Second Amendment. So the right wing jumps on this. Oh, look, they're trying to take away our guns, because it's easy button to push for the right to activate their base. But in actuality, those wonderful young people who are out there making their mark have never said that. But now suddenly that's the debate. That's not the debate.
But Juan, the mirror image would be if a person said, when I'm elected, we are going to repeal Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the button pusher for the Democrats. So it's the exact mirror, except
but
the
she didn't say that.
No, she didn't. But there are people in the march. By the way, the majority of the people in the march were adults, and a lot of them were talking about repealing the Second Amendment.
In other words, you're looking at someone who does not like the easy availability of guns in society. But let's not put my opinion on what the young people did. They wrote it out. It's available.
But actually what you're describing is exactly what somebody like Claire McCaskill is saying, which is that Hillary Clinton doesn't speak for me. And what they're saying is they're not asking her to shut up forever. They're just saying that we want to keep the seats that we have.
Well, in certain places, like you
like
were saying, in Missouri.
But the thing is,
or
you
even,
can't give a speech now without it being an international.
Well, like Sherrod Brown in Ohio said much the same thing. One last point on this, which is that she was talking about sexism. And I was reminded as I was reading her speech when she talked about how Republicans said, oh, you're so shrill. She's so shrill. I can't stand her voice. And I thought, I remember that. It's awful. And then you know what? You say, but we need Hillary on the right because we need someone to demonize so that Donald Trump looks somewhat like normal. But guess what? It doesn't matter if any other woman had been that candidate. They would have been vilified, too. Pocahontas, Pelosi, look for that come November.
But Juan, there's
politics.
There's twice as many men that were vilified by Trump.
Absolutely.
And they were white, they were black, there were women, there were straight.
Lion Ted,
Yes.
Little Marco, but we got to run, Juan.